In the Giza power plant, I questioned the theory whether the pyramids were actually tombs. And after conducting considerable research, I could not find any evidence that there were any original burials within the pyramids. Of course, that raises the question, if they were not tombs, what were they used for? What I did is I examined the Great Pyramid and did a reverse engineering study of it. What I concluded was that it was actually used to generate energy. And it generated energy in a way that was extremely holistic. It actually did more than just generate energy. It relieved the stresses in the Earth's plate, and it also drove the plate into harmony. That harmony then possibly could have affected the people in the area, creating an environment, an acoustic environment, that was peaceful and extremely beneficial to their health. However, what leads me to that conclusion are the details within the Great Pyramid. And what we have is a series of passageways and chambers and shafts. It was a study of the dimensions and the geometry of these shafts and chambers and the residual material that were left inside. Also, the selection of materials in particular areas. In the Great Pyramid, we have a descending passage that goes down to a bedrock chamber, about 350 feet from the opening. Of course, we could talk about the precision of the Great Pyramid, and the precision is considerable. It is that passageway itself was surveyed by William Flinders Petrie in the 1880s, and he determined through his measures that the passageway was straight in the constructed portion to within 20 thousandths of an inch. That's the thickness of a thumbnail. Over the entire length of the chamber, the full 350 feet, it only varied a quarter of an inch. That is an amazing precision. The subchamber itself, I am now coming to realize, was actually using hydraulics to cause a pulse generator. It actually generated a pulse that drove the entire pyramid into harmony. Of course, moving up into the pyramid, we have the ascending passage and many unusual features that are found there, such as the granite stone plugs at the end of the passageway. They don't seem to have any real construction purpose, while the theory is that they were there to prevent tomb robbers from entering the center of the pyramid. Really, all they did was attract attention. And Al-Mamun, when he chiseled into the Great Pyramid in 812 AD, did so when he identified those granite plugs and determined that perhaps something may lie behind them. And sure enough, what lay behind them was a shaft. He chiseled the limestone around them and a shaft straight up into the heart of the Great Pyramid. Coming to the end of that small shaft is what they call a Grand Gallery. The Grand Gallery is considered to be an architectural masterpiece. It consists of corbelled layers, 7 corbelled layers, where the gallery actually gets smaller towards the top. Also, along the side of the Grand Gallery, we have ramps, and into the ramps are cut these notches. These notches are cut vertically into the ramps. There are 27 pairs of these notches, and as you go along the length of the gallery, you come to what has been called the Great Step. Climbing up the step, you have a horizontal passage, and then through the horizontal passage, a small antechamber, then again another small passage into the King's Chamber. The King's Chamber complex is the heart of the power plant. It is constructed solely of granite. It is tuned to a high degree to resonate at 440. It also emits naturally an F-sharp chord, and this was detected by an acoustic engineer named Tom Danley in 1995. The chamber is freestanding within the heart of the pyramid. It is not connected to the core blocks and is free to resonate and vibrate at will. Overlying the King's Chamber, we have 5 layers of granite beams. These granite beams, I speculated in my book, are actually resonating beams. They are unusually cut. They're cut square and flat on 3 sides, but the top side is very rough. The roughness on the top side, I believe, was done in order to tune the beams. Just like you would tune a bell, you would actually remove material until you achieve the tone that you wanted. The whole complex is like a musical instrument, and each feature lends resonance to the other feature. In the King's Chamber, we have a box. I call a box, conventionally it's called a sarcophagus. However, there have been no mummies, original burials found in any pyramid, and there was nothing found in the Great Pyramid, even when Al-Mamun entered in 812 AD. So the question is, what were these for? Also in the chamber are 2 shafts that lead to the outside of the pyramid on angles. These shafts, in the northern shaft, they have a 4.8 by 8.4 dimension. That is suitable for a waveguide in the microwave region, a hydrogen waveguide. In the southern shaft, the opening is shaped like a horn antenna.